What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 4, and we start today's episode off by seeing that Norwich are going to match the £1.2 million counter offer we asked for Craig Cathcart, and also we put in a new bid for Sam Byram of Leeds, the right midfielder that can also play right back as well. Wouldn't mind getting hold of Sam Byram. They rejected the first bid. We up it to 800 grand plus Paredes, and we'll wait and see what they say. Also had a transfer offer for Joel Ekstrand as well, our centre back, and it comes from Leeds as well. So right now, Leeds and us doing quite a bit of negotiations. Ekstrand, the centre-back, is 26 years old, 71 overall. With the arrival of Riedewald, I don't think we're going to play him too much, so I'm happy selling him for £1.1 million, and that is a totally fair deal for me. And also, Burnley rejected our bid for Michael Keane in our last episode, so we put in a new bid for him. Like I said in that last episode, he may not go into the first team straight away, but he's a good player for the future, only 22 years old, and the former United centre-back is already 71 overall, so he could be very good in the future, and therefore I don't mind paying a bit more money for him. Still, we take on Southampton for the first game of today's episode here in the Premier League, and of course in the last episode we had our first Premier League games with Watford. We beat Everton on the opening day of the season away at Goodison Park by 2-1. Then we drew a goalless draw with West Bromwich Albion at Vicarage Road for our first home game of the season. So taking on Southampton for our third game, this is our second home game of the season. Question for you guys as well: FIFA's now being released in Europe, and I'd imagine that quite a few of you are going to be getting it. Who's your first career mode going to be with? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be interested to see what team you'll be starting your career mode with if you go ahead and get FIFA today or maybe over the weekend. Still taking on Southampton for the first game of today's episode here. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who won us the game against Everton in the first game of the season, went very close there to grabbing his second goal of the season. He shows the post though and goes behind for a goal kick, and in the 20th minute, another good chance for us here. Bertrand Traore gets inside, but it's a big block by Virgil van Dijk, and he gets it behind for a corner. Lovely little run there by Traore, but sadly a good block by the Dutch centre-back. In the 31st minute, another good chance for Watford. Barami's header goes just over the bar as we were piling on the pressure here at Vicarage Road in the first half, but towards the end, Southampton had a good chance to open the scoring on the stroke of half-time. Graziano Pelle gets on the ball, and the Italian holds off our centre-back, slides it inside towards Jordi Classi, plays it inside towards Gaston Ramirez, and the Uruguayan shot goes just wide of the post and behind for a goal kick. So 0-0 at the break. Pretty balanced first half, to be honest. I thought we did play a little bit better, but regardless, it was still a pretty even first half. But in the second half here, 9 minutes after the restart, Southampton would have the first chance of the second half. Sadio Mane picks up the ball and finds Ryan Bertrand, and the former Chelsea left-back slides it inside towards Jordi Classi. Gets a little bit lucky as the first time pass gets deflected, but comes back to him. Slides it inside towards Jay Rodriguez, and Rodriguez finds the top corner and makes it Watford 0, Southampton 1. So a really good finish there by the number 9, and there is no chance for Jack Butland. So for the first time this season, we fall behind in a game. Here at Vicarage Road, Southampton take the lead, and it is a really good finish by Jay Rodriguez. Back from injury, back to form. This is his second goal to start the Premier League off already. A really good finish there on the turn. First time strike, no chance for our young goalkeeper, and it's Watford 0, Southampton 1. So we'd have to come from behind in this game if we were going to get any points from it here. There was a good chance right here as Nayon plays the ball out wide towards Bertrand Traore, and in the 70th minute, Traore plays it inside towards Troy Deeney, plays it back to our new winger, takes it round Ryan Bertrand, has the pace to beat the former Chelsea left-back, goes in on goal, but Fraser Forster makes a fantastic save, and the former Celtic goalkeeper gets behind for a corner. Really good stop there, and it is still 1-0. But from the corner, Traore crosses the ball in, Forster comes for it, doesn't get there, the header is won and goes into the back of the net through Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and it's Watford 1, Southampton 1. It's his second goal in 3 games, and I love him already, man. Seriously, Loftus-Cheek once again grabbing us a late goal, and it's Watford 1, Southampton 1. So he scored against Everton, he scored us the winner in that game. He's now scored us the goal to equalise here at Vicarage Road. Fraser Forster was playing pretty well, comes for this corner. He's a commanding goalkeeper, Fraser Forster. He's 6'7", I do believe, and he gets absolutely nowhere near this one. Loftus-Cheek with a brave header, wins it in the air, puts it into the open goal, which Forster left exposed, and it's Watford 1, Southampton 1. So we're back on level terms. Loftus-Cheek with his second goal of the season. Love this kid already, and it's Loftus-Cheek who does equalise for us. So Watford 1, Southampton 1. The Saints did have a great chance to win the game late on though, as Jay Rodriguez gets on the ball and takes it round our right back, cuts inside here to beat the centre back as well. Tried to stand him up, it wasn't working. Rodriguez comes through and is surely going to score, but Jack Butland makes a fantastic stop on a one-on-one, and we get the ball away. Great stop by our young goalkeeper there to prevent Rodriguez from scoring his second goal that surely would have won the game for Southampton. Mane's strike then goes just wide of the post there and behind for a goal kick, and it is still 1-1. Fractions wide of the post there by Mane, but we are still level here at Vicarage Road. And it was how the game would finish as well. Final score, Watford 1, Southampton 1, so 2 draws in a row here at Vicarage Road, but still an unbeaten start to the season for a newly promoted side. After 3 games, we faced Southampton, a pretty decent side, Everton away away from home as well, and West Brom aren't too bad on their day either. That's pretty good for us, 5 points from opening 3 games. I certainly would have taken that before the season starts, and I'd certainly take it now. Southampton did play a little bit better than us in this game. In the second half, they got it back in their favour, really. After the first half, we played a little bit better. Rodriguez was my man of the match. He was causing me problems all game long, but thankfully we did prevent him from scoring a second goal, and we did hang on for a 1-1 draw. Still following out, we have some transfer offers here for Ben Watson, the midfielder, the former Wigan man. I don't really feel like I need him in my club. Leeds want him for £1 million. We ask for £1.1 million, which is his valuation, and we'll wait and see what they say. So tons and tons of negotiations with Leeds right now. As you can see, Craig Cathcart also gets sold to Norwich for £1.2 million. Leeds did accept an £800,000 bid plus Paredes for Sam Byram, the young right midfielder slash right back. So I'd love to get him into my club as a squad player. I think he'd be pretty handy at 71 overall, 21 years old. Probably got potential to reach the high 70s at a stretch, 80, 81. And also we going for Lewis Cook from, guess who? Leeds United. Yes, right now we've got Leeds on speed dial. They've got us on speed dial as well. Constantly doing negotiations with the club from Ellen Road, and we put in a bid for the young holding midfielder of £1 million, and we'll wait and see what they say. Because if we sell Ben Watson to Leeds, which is looking increasingly likely, we wouldn't mind getting a new central midfielder in, and someone who can play in a deep lying role as well, defensive midfield too, just to spread the balls around, pass it around a little bit, retain possession. I think Lewis Cook could do that job, and of course he does have good potential for the future as well. So I'll be totally fine with that. And as you can see, Joel Ekstrand also gets sold to Leeds for £1.1 million. So totally fine with that. Selling a few players here at Watford who we don't really plan to use that much, because even though the bids may not be too big, we may not be getting a big sum of money for them. To be honest, if I'm not going to use them, we may as well get them out of the club, reduce the wage bill a little bit, and try and sign in younger players. So as you can see, Michael Keane could be coming to the club as well, as Burnley accepted a transfer offer. Sam Byram wanted a bigger wage increase, I think it was, or to understand the role of the club. We give him the squad rotation status, and we'll wait and see what he says after offering a 15 grand a week contract. So we'll wait and see what Byram says with the new contract there. Michael Keane as well. Burnley did accept the bid for the young centre-backs. We go ahead and offer him a contract as well. Squad rotation status on 15 grand a week, just like Byram, and we'll wait and see what Keane says. And also, as you can see, Leeds said the bid for Lewis Cook was unacceptable, so we put in a new bid of £1.2 million, I think it was, £1.25 million even, and we'll wait and see what they say, because even though he is 2 ratings lower than Ben Watson, and even though we're spending more than what we got for Ben Watson, as you'll see, he does get sold here, and we offer a contract to Lewis Cook, he's on lower wages, and he's got better potential for the future, and that's what we're looking at with Watford. That's what I discussed in the first 3 episodes. We're looking to bring in players who do have the potential to be really, really good in the future. So Ben Watson, who has no potential at the club, he's on relatively high wages for a 30-year-old squad player who's not going to play too many games. If we can shift him on and bring in a younger replacement on lower wages with potential for the future, that's exactly what we want to do here with Watford. We want to build this young squad to develop for the future. Lewis Cook meets the criteria, Ben Watson doesn't, hence why we're selling on Watson, and hence why we're bringing in Cook. Regardless, had to offer a new contract to Sam Byram after he rejected the first one, and also we take on Bournemouth here for the second and final game of today's episode in the Capital One Cup second round, as the newly promoted sides of the Premier League face off in a cup game here at Vicarage Road. Now, in Capital One Cup games, I'm really not going to be that fussed. As per usual in my career mode says, I never really take this competition too seriously. It's usually just a good chance for me to play some youngsters in it and see how they do. I still want to get far in cup competitions, don't get me wrong, but it's not a big aim for me. My main aim is always in the league. Regardless, a good cup run with Watford could be nice. So I did pick a couple of first team players out there, such as Etienne Capoue, and the first chance would fall to us as well in the 9th minute as Holobas swings this free kick into the centre. Gerardo goes for the header and wins it as well, but Adam Federici makes a good save, and it's cleared away by Dan Gosling. So still goalless in this game, with us getting the first chance of the game. In the 25th minute, though, the first chance fell to Bournemouth here as Christian Atsu gets on the ball, but his strike goes just wide of the post and behind for a goal kick. That was it for a pretty poor first half, really. Bournemouth dominated possession, but there were very few chances for either side in the first half. But in the second half, Bournemouth got their first chance through this. Gomez gives the ball to Belkalem. What a poor first touch that is by our centre-back. Jan Kermagant wins it and goes for goal, and Gomez has to bail out our Algerian centre-back with a terrible first touch and palm the shot away for a throw. Very, very poor there from our centre-half, but it was still 0-0. But in the 56th minute here, Haradi gets on the ball and finds Barami, plays that wide towards Damari Gray down the left-hand side. Smith comes across and makes a challenge, but Gray wins it back here, plays it inside towards Holobas after he takes it around his man, plays a 1-2 with the left-back. Gray gets the ball, shoots from a tight angle, and also scores as well to break the deadlock and make it Watford 1, 1, Bournemouth 0, and get his first goal for the club, making his first start in this game as well for the new side. So Demarai Gray came in. He wanted to play in this game as well. You saw the player conversation before the game. He asked for a chance. I gave it to him, and what a finish that is by Demarai Gray to make it Watford 1, Bournemouth 0. So we take the lead in this game. Gray getting his first goal in his first game for his new club. He almost got his second goal as well here from range in the 86th minute. This long-range strike going just wide the post and behind for a goal kick. But it was how the game would finish. Watford 1, Bournemouth 0. We're through to the Capital One Cup third round. Obviously not that fussed about it, don't get me wrong, but it's still nice to be going through. A nice cup run could be good with Watford, and Demarai Gray's first goal for the club on his debut does separate the sides. But Bournemouth in this game, though, absolutely terrible. All possession and nothing else. That's the best way of describing it. We don't care if they have the possession, though. We'll have the goal, and we'll get ourselves through to the next round of the Capital One Cup, courtesy of Gray's first goal for the club. But that does end the episode, guys, so thank you very much for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of Career Mode, then please do leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.